What's up, you guys? It's Steve here, and there is a ton of news coming out today. This is your stimulus check update, stimulus package update, and breaking news Hurricane Ida update. Now, you guys, I uploaded a video earlier today. If you missed it, be sure to check it out right after this regarding the devastation that's happening from that hurricane, and I just want to reiterate this. If you are somebody that woke up this morning and everything was just okay, count your blessings, because literally millions of people are dealing with the devastation across the nation from this storm, you guys. And take a look, it's being reported that it's happening at biblical proportions. Look at this apocalyptic storm that is leaving flash flooding, tornadoes, you guys, all the way down from Louisiana, all the way up to New Jersey, New York, Boston, Philadelphia. We're getting reports of this devastation. And you guys, take a look at the video footage in that video I uploaded earlier today, but also we're getting a response this morning from Congress right away. Take a look at this, just came out 38 minutes ago. Hurricane Ida destruction could lift infrastructure bill hopes, you guys. That's right. This is tying in to infrastructure stimulus and Congress. Look at this subtitle, damage linked to Hurricane Ida, bolstering infrastructure support in Congress, you guys. And we've heard from Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer. Take a look at this. Schumer calls for action on climate after Ida flooding just this morning. And look at this quote we got. When you get 2 record rainfalls in a week, it's not just coincidence. Global warming is upon us, and it's going to get worse and worse and worse unless we do something about it. And that is why it's so important to pass the infrastructure bill and the budget reconciliation bill, you guys, infrastructure and stimulus. And as you guys know, those two are tied together. That infrastructure package has got the first portion for roads, bridges, highways, traditional infrastructure, and the second portion for stimulus. So a push for infrastructure will also be a push for stimulus. And as I reported to you guys this morning, take a look at this. Democrats race to resolve House and Senate disputes on the $3.5 trillion mega bill. They're pushing to get this done this month, and they're saying it's going to be all or nothing. Either they're going to pass infrastructure and stimulus together, or nothing is going to get done, you guys. So I'm going to keep you up to date on that, but also take a look at this. As you guys know, Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi has said, come one, come all, bring your proposals and your bills to the table as we're rushing to get this done. And a lot of people are saying, well, I thought they were on recess. Well, yes, they are, but that really doesn't mean anything other than they're not at Capitol Hill at the moment, but they are out and about trying to push to get this bill passed. Take a look at this. Nancy Pelosi visiting Austin, Texas today with Representative Doggett to tout the Build Back Better healthcare expansion, pushing to try to get things done, you guys. And also, we're hearing that more proposals are hitting. Take a look at this one that just hit. House Democrats urge Pelosi to prioritize aid for gyms, you guys. So I'm going to be diving into these articles. I've also got some video footage I'm going to be sharing with you as to the response we're getting from Ida and the support from Congress for more stimulus and infrastructure as of today, September 2nd, 2021, you guys. So we're going to dive right in. I'm going to get you caught up on the latest as to what's unfolding. A ton is happening. And again, I want to reiterate, our thoughts and prayers go out to you. If you're dealing with the devastation caused by Hurricane Ida, we hope that you can make it to someplace safe at this time. And you guys, let's dive right in though. But before we do, if you could do me a quick favor, just takes a second. If you appreciate these updates, if you could just smash that like button, just takes a second, just tells YouTube that you think I'm doing a good job, and in turn, they're probably going to continue to promote my channel. You guys also leave your comments down below and share this out if you think it's going to help out other people. If this is your first time here too, don't forget, hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell. I'll keep you up to date on everything going on. And if you got any specific questions for me, be sure to shoot them to me in the DM on Instagram at SteveRam3, which is by far the best way to get a hold of me. Don't fall for those scammers in the comments that take my picture and then they tell you to contact them on WhatsApp and shoot them money. That is not me. Instagram at SteveRam3 is the best way to get a hold of me, you guys, if you got any questions. But with that being said, let's dive right in and let's take a look at this video footage of what Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer had to say today regarding Hurricane Ida and support for infrastructure and stimulus.
Woe is us if we don't recognize these changes are due to climate change. Woe is us if we don't do something about it quickly, both in building resilient infrastructure and going to clean power, whether it's in homes, in electricity, in transportation, to stop the global warming or at least reduce its awful effects on this country. I want to thank the governor for being here right on the spot. I want to thank the mayor. He's always available. Our borough president, our great congressman who I work with on these federal issues, Greg Meeks, John Liu, Danique Miller, and everyone who is here. Thank you.
So there you have it. That was Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer in response to everything that's going on, saying that he is now making a new push in Congress to try to get through infrastructure and stimulus. That Hurricane Ida is just another sign that we need this, you guys. Now also, as you know, they're working a way to try to get this through, and right away, I reported this to you this morning. Take a look at this. Democrats race to resolve the House-Senate disputes on the $3.5 trillion mega bill, and it is pushing it. But all we can do is try. They're saying that this time frame, you guys, it is tight. Take a look at this. It is pushing it. All we can do is try, says House Budget Chair John Yarmuth. And that is regarding the September 27th infrastructure deadline that was set by Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi. Now, we're trying to kind of pre-conference this to the greatest extent to minimize House and Senate divergence, he added. House Democratic leaders have not started preparing their members for the possibility that social spending bill won't be finished when the chamber votes on the infrastructure bill by September 27th, vowing that they will get it all done through sheer force of will. So right now they're working away during their recess saying, we're going to get this done. And they haven't even prepared, they're saying, a plan B, you guys. Now, House committees kick off markups on Thursday, today, to begin churning out the pieces of all the final spending package. Even an inter-party argument continued privately over what is exactly going to be included in the legislation. So you guys, we have a framework, we have proposals, but we don't have the actual bill or the legislative text yet. So this could completely change, and chances are it will if history repeats itself. So they've got things set up, but things are likely going to be added in, taken out. We've already heard Pelosi tell all of Congress, bring your bills, bring your proposals. And we've seen those come out for stimulus checks, for adult tax credits, for tons of proposals for things that want to be included. And we're likely going to be seeing a lot more of that as we approach that deadline and Congress starts to formulate a bill to pass into law and send on to the president, you guys. Now, I'll be sure to keep you up to date here on the channel. Right now, as I mentioned, they're on recess, but all that means really is they're not at Capitol Hill. They are out and about, and a lot of them are pushing to get this done because they are on a tight time frame. Take a look at this. Link in the description below. Texas politics. Nancy Pelosi visiting Austin with Representative Doggett to tout the Build Back Better healthcare expansion. Now, Speaker of the U.S. House Nancy Pelosi is paying a trip to the Lone Star State on Thursday to tout progress on the healthcare expansion under the Build Back Better Act. Pelosi will join Texas U.S. Representative Doggett to highlight Democrats' priorities in the forthcoming act, in which the part aims to strengthen healthcare access for families. Now, the act includes coverage for those who are denied Medicare expansion, low-cost insurance through the Affordable Care Act marketplace, and lower prescription drug prices. Now, a spokesperson for RNC is criticizing the visit, though, saying it comes at a time when lawmakers need to focus all their attention on bigger crises the country is facing. It's inappropriate and insensitive for Nancy Pelosi to be promoting Democratic agendas when Americans are still stranded in Afghanistan, Martinez said. Pelosi should get back to Washington, D.C. and convene Congress and demand answers for Biden's failed withdrawal in Afghanistan. Now, Pelosi and Doggett are speaking at the Foundation Communities Prosper Center South at 2:30 p.m. today, you guys. So, man, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Now, as I mentioned, right now proposals and bills are coming out for what should be included in that $3.5 trillion budget. Now, for stimulus checks, I know people ask about that a lot. The last one we had, that third stimulus check for $1,400 per person and per dependent, that came out to a price tag of $400 billion. So if they allocated another check in there, that would take $400 billion of the $3.5 trillion, so that would leave $3.1 trillion left over, which is a large sum of money. As a matter of fact, the last stimulus package that had that third check was for not $1.9 trillion, you guys. So this new one is almost double to help with stimulus. So we will see what makes it in, but here's a proposal that just came out today. House Democrats urge Pelosi to prioritize aid for gyms, you guys. Take a look at this. Nearly 50 House Democrats on Thursday, today, urged Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi to include federal aid for gyms in Democrats' $3.5 trillion budget reconciliation package. Now, in a letter to Democratic leaders, lawmakers pushed for the inclusion of the GYMS Act, a bipartisan bill that would provide $30 billion to gyms and healthcare clubs that have been battered by the pandemic. Now, you guys, let me know your thoughts on this, but this is another one that they're suggesting to help out a lot of gyms right now that are hurt from the pandemic. Now, you guys, I'll be sure to keep you up to date on whatever makes it in, whatever doesn't, regardless of whether there's a stimulus check or not, regardless of whether there's an unemployment extension or not, whatever makes it in, I'll be sure to report to you guys so that way you know exactly what's going on here on the channel. And you guys, like I said, we're probably going to be hearing a whole lot more about this as we approach that deadline of September 27th to get past this infrastructure bill and stimulus bill in this infrastructure package, you guys. So I'll be sure to keep you up to date here on the channel. A lot of news rolling out today. And again, if you're somebody that's in the middle of the devastation from Hurricane Ida, our thoughts and our prayers go out to you, and we hope that you can make it to someplace safe right away, you guys. But with that being said, thank you so much for joining me. Again, if you made it this far and you have not already, be sure to smash that like button. Just takes a second. Helps out the channel a ton. Thank you so much. Leave your comments. Share this out. Hit the subscribe button. Turn on the notification bell if you'd like to come join the Ram fam. I'll keep you up to date on everything that's happening. And if you got any specific questions for me, be sure to shoot them to me in the DM on Instagram at SteveRam3, you guys. But with that being said, I hope this reaches you well. Remember, regular uploads 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, Monday through Friday, and also random uploads throughout the day as news breaks. But you guys, hope this reaches you well. I'll be sure to keep you up to date. Take care. God bless. This is Steve.